The Niners just completed day 17 of their training camp, and with everyone's eyes on the quarterback position, in this video, I'll go ahead and break down their performances today. But before we jump into that, I do want to talk about quarterback performances in general, specifically Brock Purdy's interceptions throughout training camp. Recently, he was asked about his interceptions, and he said that he actually tries different things in practice than he would try in game situations. Here is Brock Purdy further on that.
Practice occasionally that you would not try in a game just to see where you're at.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say so. With this whole process with my arm and stuff coming back, there's times, where you get into an 11-on-11 situation and there's tight windows and stuff, and you're looking off guys and you want to see, all right, can I, fit this in there or not? And so, I feel like I've tried that out a little bit, all throughout camp. And so, you watch the film, you learn from it, and it's something that you come out the next day and be like, all right, I can do this or I can't, So, it's a good time to try stuff out.
So with that being highlighted, for each one of these quarterbacks, not just Brock Purdy, let's talk about the stats on the day. Brock Purdy went 16 of 19 with 1 interception. Sam Darnold went 6 of 8, and Trey Lance went 4 of 7. So with those stat lines out of the way, now let's talk about the quarterback days a little bit more in depth. Starting out with Brock Purdy. He was the best quarterback today, but he did throw an interception. Let's talk about that interception. On this play, he was targeting a screen, but Drake Jackson fully extended, tipped the ball to himself, intercepted it, and might have ran it back all the way for a touchdown. So that's not what you want to see, but it was similar to the play Trey Lance had. Outside of that one bad play to Drake Jackson on that screen pass, I thought Brock Purdy was an extremely efficient quarterback. He was able to make all the throws once again. His arm is looking completely healed, and he had over completion percentage of 80% today. That's absolutely wild. To start out the offensive session today, Purdy hit everything underneath. He first started with a screen and then a 5-yard pass. The Niners, after these couple drives, then moved in their passing session, and Purdy was hot here, going 6 of 7, only missing Brandon Ayuk deep. The best throw for Purdy during this session of practice, though, came when he hit Tay Martin on a seam route. Purdy continued his strong practice with completions underneath to Deebo Samuel, as well as a screen to CMC. So with this portion of practice out of the way, let's move in to the 2nd and 15 portion of practice, where they worked on situational football. Purdy started out this session trying to target Brandon Ayuk deep over the middle, but he missed high, and this led to a dropped interception from Hufanga. Purdy finished his first session at being sacked by Javon Hargrave. So with that, Purdy's first session was out of the way. On his second session, this is where Purdy made his huge mistake throwing the interception to Drake Jackson on that screen pass I mentioned earlier, where he tipped up in the air to himself and might have ran all the way back for a pick 6. If you want to envision how this play played out, it's kind of like how Trey Lance threw the interception during the preseason game. After this, the offense reset from 2nd and 15, and Brock Purdy rebounded nicely. He hit Deebo Samuel over the middle, almost picking up a first down, and then continued his march. So with this session of practice out of the way, now let's move into the plays that really stood out for Purdy during the move the ball session. During the start of the move the ball period, Brock Purdy had 6 straight completions. Purdy started his march hitting CMC underneath, but then found Deebo Samuel for a gain of about 15. Another notable play on this drive is when Purdy completed it deep to Deebo Samuel on a seam route. So now moving on to the second session, Purdy continued heating up. He hit Deebo Samuel on a play action pass for a gain of about 20. Then on third down, this same drive, Brock Purdy was able to hit 3rd and Juwan for a pickup of a first. Overall, throughout training camp, I think Brock Purdy has continued to improve. And I know many people are highlighting his interceptions, but as he highlighted it, this is his opportunity to grow and try things he doesn't have the opportunity to try in games. And even Kyle Shanahan likes this mentality, because that's how you grow as a quarterback. Talking about growing in practice, Trey Lance also had a pretty strong outing today, going up 4 of 7. Let's break down his notable throws on the day. During Trey Lance's first opportunity during the 2nd and 15 session, he hit Ronnie Bell and then attempted to hit Willie Snead, who dropped the pass. Lance then finished his day with another attempt to Bell, but this fell incomplete. Overall today, Lance looked decisive, but he didn't get any opportunities during the move the ball session. So with one quarterback competing for the number 2 job out of the way, let's move into Sam Darnold, who also had an extremely strong day. Darnold's best throw of the day, and maybe the best throw period, was when he hit Tay Martin deep with Samuel Womack in coverage. Darnold then received one opportunity during that 2nd and 15 portion I mentioned earlier. To begin, Darnold was pressured, but he rolled out of the pocket and found Willie Snead deep for a gain of 20, picking up the first down in one play. After that completion, the Niners gave Sam Darnold one more opportunity during this period, but the ball fell incomplete. Unlike Trey Lance, however, he did get an opportunity during the move the ball session. During this session, Darnold had a couple of nice completions underneath coming off a play action play. So with each quarterback's stat lines and days broken down a little bit more, let's talk about the big winner today. And I think that has to go to Brock Purdy. Not only did he have such a strong performance during his first outing, he also continues to look like a better quarterback each practice. He's stacking these days, and like he mentioned, he's trying things that maybe he wouldn't try in games, and I think this is going to pay off big when it comes season time. Moving on to the second biggest winner of the day, I would have to say this goes to Sam Darnold. He had some of the nicest throws, but also received work in each session in comparison to Lance, who only received work in the first 2 sessions. Finally, I would have to say Trey Lance is coming in third today, but overall during this preseason and training camp period, I think Trey Lance looks the best he's looked throughout his career. His throwing motion is a lot more compacted, and he'll continue to grow as the Niners give him opportunities. But as of now, it's clear that Brock Purdy is QB1, and now it's Trey Lance's opportunity to really battle it out with Sam Darnold to be QB2. So who do you guys think is going to be QB2, Trey Lance or Sam Darnold? I'd love to hear down below in the comments section. It would also mean a ton to me if you liked and subscribed. And as always, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.